Boy, last night, chaos at Red Rocks. Large hail pummeled people attending the Louis Tomlinson concert. At least 90 people were hurt when they were trying to take cover.
They described that scene as hysteria. As you can see there, the parking lot looked like it was covered in shattered glass.
We do have team coverage for you today at 5. We want to first start with Denver 7's Colette Bordelon. You've been talking to people, Colette, who were at that concert who were caught in that severe weather.
The fans I talked with shared their stories. They also showed me pictures of their injuries, some of which are graphic to see. Just a little warning there, but they wanted those pictures to be seen. That way everyone knows the impact this storm had on them, both physically and emotionally. Another show is being washed off the steps at Red Rocks.
When we got there, it was sunny and nice.
A venue that draws people from all over.
I'm going back home to Texas. I flew here for the show.
But the famous amphitheater can't wash away what happened on Wednesday night.
I don't think I'll ever go back.
People were screaming as hail pummeled around 6,000 concert goers. The lucky ones took shelter in bathrooms where water flooded around their feet.
And I feel like crying all day today, and I don't know why.
Lots of people didn't make it undercover.
And I looked at her and her face is covered in blood.
Chelsea and Genevieve are sisters.
Because I was terrified that I was gonna die, which sounds like so dramatic probably, but in the moment, like, it was terrifying. It was cold. I was losing control.
I'm trying to be a cool uncle. Told my niece that I would take her to any show at Red Rocks she wanted to go to this summer.
Justin Larson was sitting in row 23 when the hail started coming down.
My wife covers my niece's head, and then I am not a small man, so I cover both of them.
When trying to get them somewhere safe, he says an employee at the venue told them they weren't allowed back there.
Thinking to myself, my car is a mile away, downhill that is covered in ice and rain and all this. And I was just completely floored that this guy wouldn't let us in there.
But like, employees are just filming and like laughing, kind of think it's funny.
Brian Kitts, a spokesperson for Red Rocks, says they're looking into similar reports.
That's absolutely the last thing that you want to hear about your colleagues who are supposed to be, helping to protect your fans.
Some people have told me they wouldn't come back.
I would hate to live in Colorado and be afraid of the weather constantly.
He called last night a once-in-a-lifetime occurrence, but the people who shared their experience believe changes need to be made. Those I spoke with wanted to learn more about the weather protocols here at Red Rocks. And Rob, you've been looking into those all day today. Is anything going to be changing after last night?
Yeah, Colette, they're saying they're really going to be talking to the team here at Red Rocks to see how they can better, help fans during shows when severe weather hits, and also just get information out. One criticism we've heard several times for Red Rocks is how late the warning came last night for that severe weather. I talked to one woman who was here at the show. She shared these crazy videos of her and her friends being pelted by the hail during that time. But she says an announcer on the stage said at the beginning of the show they were tracking thunderstorms, that people could either choose to leave or stay where they were. Now later, an announcer told the audience to seek shelter immediately, and the hail hit just minutes after that warning. We asked Red Rocks about this and why a shelter warning came so late to the audience. We were told they use a weather tracking system called Skyview. It works through a collection of independent weather monitors reporting.
We got an alert that it was going to be severe. We had about 10 minutes from that point to the time that the hail started. And so, you do what you can in terms of telling people to seek shelter, but not everybody made it to shelter without getting pummeled.
So that's Brian Kitts, a spokesperson for Red Rocks. Now, he told us they're looking into ways that workers at the venue can better warn and also help fans seek shelter if they encounter severe weather again. Having said that, there is a concert scheduled for Red Rocks tonight. People are coming into the parking lot for the show tonight. This band of severe weather has already passed through the Red Rocks area, so fans are hoping that for tonight they're in the clear, and now they're just looking forward to future shows. And Shannon.
All right, Rob. Yeah, not the memory they wanted from Red Rocks.
Definitely
yeah,
not. And beautiful skies out there. Let's bring Stacy back into this conversation. Yeah. This concert tonight, looks great right now.
It looks great. I think the energy, just like Rob said, has already passed through the area. So you can see Morrison there on the left. The storm has already passed on by, and now most of that energy is way out across the eastern plains and not going to be affecting the Morrison area. So I do think you're in the clear for the concert tonight. We'll have partly to mostly cloudy skies, temperatures in the low 60s, and we are not going to have a repeat of what is a once-in-a-lifetime experience from last night.
Thank goodness.
Gosh, all right.